The race is on right now to clean up last night's storm damage before this next round of weather arrives.
Yeah, this is West Ridge that you're looking at right here. They had downed trees and power lines throughout the city as well, suburbs as well, and then, of course, in northwest Indiana. Christian Farr joins us now live from Gary, where outages closed schools again. Christian?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Marianne. Yes, McCullough Elementary School behind me is just one of several Gary schools that has been shut down because of last night's storm. McCullough was shut down before because of another severe weather event that happened months ago. And the power outages just didn't impact Gary schools.
I was sitting out in my garage last night and I was watching Mother Nature, the wind blowing and everything else.
There was some wild weather in the city of Gary last night that had this northwest Indiana community on edge after severe storms had already rolled through this area 2 months ago. Michael Green works in Gary and says he temporarily lost power Thursday evening.
All my lights in the house are blinking. You know, I still have some electrical outlets for clocks and stuff like that, so all of that went blinking.
And when you came here to start work, you noticed this over here was
that's the first thing I seen this morning, and wondering, I look how it fell out of the tree and everything, and that's what Mother Nature does.
That fallen tree was blocking the roadway, but power outages throughout the city seemed to have a greater impact. The loss of power forced the closure of all Gary schools throughout the district on Friday.
It sounded like a loud truck, maybe a garbage truck, but it was the evening, so we knew it wasn't that.
Back in March, a tornado touched down in Gary, ripping part of the roof off of McCullough Elementary. One of the schools shuttered today as a result of the power outages.
We lost power yesterday at 9:30, something like that.
Joanna Fleming's Caribbean Roots restaurant in Gary's Miller Beach area has been without power on one of its busiest days. Her restaurant was one of many businesses forced to shut down because of the outages. Fleming has been using generators to save some of their food, and they're hoping to reopen on Saturday.
What we did was we threw away what we can because we weren't going to be able to save it because the generator was only taking one of the fridge. So we just put our most expensive stuff and just...
And we spoke to Joanna Fleming probably a little more than an hour before power was turned back on at her restaurant. Unfortunately, not enough time to remake that business back up that she lost on Friday. Hopefully, they'll be able to make a gain when they reopen on Saturday. Reporting live here in Gary, Christian Farr, NBC5 News.
Let's hope so. Thank you so much, Christian.